is what John Calipari expects from Marcus Teague.
North Carolina was #1 the first 3 weeks of this season. Now Kentucky's #1, and they're going to meet in a moment on CBS. Zeller backing him in, has it stripped away, and here comes Teague. Teague with Marshall defending, and he goes right by him. Standing right here on Jones.
Two of the very best in blocking and changing shots in the country.
And banked home by Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, freshman. Hinson, who fouled out of that Elite Eight game last year, as they go backdoor with Lamb. It's Jones driving in on Hinson again. Got blocked the last time. Not this one. And that's off Carolina.
Right now, Carolina is playing a little too fast. I know Roy Williams wants to pace fast, but they aren't playing fast. Last 2 trips for Carolina. 2 free throws, and then a good jumper for Hinson.
Jones drives in and tucks it.
Media timeout right now,
Yeah.
Jim. I mean, they have been going up and down.
Oh, and there is Davis. So smooth. Here almost
More than that this season, but it will be the biggest difference.
second foul on Barnes. Something to watch as Jones rattles it in on the drive. And of course, he had made a very unwise decision to tweet the other day that he was going to be out for this game.
Well, one of the things involved with tweeting.
Miller fires up the 3 and gets it to go. Other than one game. Jones.
Big time. That's a big time.
Kansas, and I mentioned St. John's, those 2 biggest name wins. Teague with the jumper and trips it to 7.
Teams want to be able to execute in the half court when the fast break isn't there. Carolina has played a very, very strong, mature game. And this guy's having some kind of first half, Terrence Jones, against another elite team that you think could very well be championship caliber too.
Here's Kyle Wiltshire, freshman from Oregon, who's come in. And on the baseline, put up and in by Kid-Gilchrist, who stayed with it.
But then he had that last little hop and jumped into the offensive player there.
Zeller unable to save it. Up ahead, Kidd-Gilchrist. Wow, what an explosion with that move. And Kentucky.
The shot in there and come up with the rebound.
Lamb.
That's his shot. He loves that little half run.
Reset.
Yep. See what they get out of it now. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Good look for Gilchrist.
He got it.
Kentucky has made a little bit of a surge and gotten this crowd into it. Carolina, the experienced team that they are, has responded. But that's a big time answer by the young fella, Kidd-Gilchrist, imploring the crowd to get into it. And Anthony Davis found space above the rim that time. Kidd-Gilchrist with the nice lob for one of the few times Zeller did not.
Gilchrist spins. Wow, what a shot. And one.
Big young fella agitating in the washing machine. Kidd-Gilchrist to the rack, and he'll have a chance for the 3-point.
Kentucky, 6 on the shot clock. Kidd-Gilchrist driving into the paint, yes! Kentucky hasn't led since 15-14. Has a chance to take it here, and does with Teague inside. Into the baseliner, it's long. It's Hinson who has it knocked out of his hands. And Lamb wants to challenge Marshall, and does so. Down to 2.
The defender backpedaling and never got in a hurry to finish.
With 10 on the shot clock. And down by 2. Lamb on the drive, lost it, still recovered, and takes it off the glass to tie it.
Trying to post up Darius Miller on the smaller Strickland, which is a good call.
Miller, and 1. Third foul on McAdoo. When we come back, Miller will be at the line to try to trim it to 1. A good one here in rough indeed. 20 on the shot clock. Barnes is still not on the floor for Carolina as Davis gets the soft.
Has such magnificent hands. I mean, this is a heck of a catch. And then to turn right into his shot under control. He made it.
Wilcher gets it back. 3 on the shot clock. Whoa, what a move with the left hand off the...
Lamb is dangerous if he's free.
He's free. Timeout. Called by North Carolina.
Real dagger and weapon. Kentucky is going to try to beat Carolina off the dribble.
Lamb hitting the big shots. Obviously that last call before the break, it was off Kentucky, so Carolina comes back, hits the big shot. Miller, meanwhile, responds at the other end. Kidd-Gilchrist. Foul call on North Carolina. They do not count the basket.
Nor should they. I love the way this young man attacks the basket, Jim. Kid-Gilchrist has an explosive step, and he's got an aggressive mindset. And John Calipari was talking to him and Marcus Teague yesterday in practice. Certainly done his part to this point.
Turned over by Carolina. Lamb lost it. Carolina takes it. Barnes gets it up near midcourt to Marshall. Snaps it cross court to the corner. Bullock, yes! Huge shot by Reggie Bullock. Sophomore who blew out a knee late in February, was not available for the tournament.
By shooting over challenged defensive position. So let's see what happens here. They'll break it down. This is where Teague has to be ready to look for his shot or create for somebody else.
He's driving and a whistle outside. And it was constant in a Kentucky uniform to this point. He's got a 1-and-1. Rebound out to Bullock. 20 seconds to go.
I think you go early enough so you have a chance for a second shot if you're North Carolina. So that's at about the 5-second mark.
Marshall inside Zeller. Zeller lost the handle. Henson has it. He's blocked by Davis. No foul committed, and Kentucky will take it by 1. Off the block by Anthony Davis. It was a matchup of shot blockers. We've been waiting all game long for Anthony Davis to have his presence felt at that end of the floor. And he swats away the attempt for the lead by John Henson.
He's shown tremendous poise all game long. Timed his jump perfectly. And then North Carolina, stunned by the block, stopped playing.
They still had time to commit a foul. They had a ton of time,
Jim, but they gave up on it.
4-second mark.
Inexplicably, the Carolina players conceded, did not foul, and they give Kentucky a 1-point win in what was as excellent and as exciting as we anticipated.
2 years ago, Anthony Davis was a 6'2" guard only recruited by Cleveland State. Now he's a freshman starter at Kentucky.